And a deep shot taken. Ooh, Paul Alien. Paul Raymond Alien with the massive sky. Knots it up at one here in this Australian-American affair. Australia with the break up to Nathan Chan. And now a deep shot is taken. American giving chase. And Australia taking a 2-1 lead. Indicating he's ready. And it's going to be Andrew Brown examining his options. Baron Van Hoevelen, the large cutter, actively trying to get the frisbee. He just barrels right into the Australian Will Christopherson. Dishing it back off to Barron with the frisbee. And now it's Andrew Brown in power position. And an easy score to Baron Van Hoevelen, a workhorse throughout that entire point. So both teams holding serve thus far. No turnovers to speak of. Vars laying with the aggressive mark. Giving back. Christopher Koo gives it to John Greenfield. Greenfield, and the first turnover of the game. A drop by Nathan Chan. And USA easily advancing up the field. And we have our first break of the game. So Ben Dieter with the frisbee. Ben Dieter dishing it off. Now it's Ryan Purcell, who gives it to Alexander Hartwiger. And Ben Dieter with the great pass and the even better reception by Ryan Purcell. So let's take a look at that last action. The pass, so easily thrown by Ben Dieter. And it was a great catch. And they will try to regain control of this one that is kind of gotten out of their grasp for the time being anyways. And now James Mullenshot with the first throw. Will Christopherson finding the open receiver in Christopher Koo. Now back to Christopherson. Tim Booth with the dump pass to Will Christopherson. Team Australia very methodical, not taking any big chances. Great defense, however, by Team USA, but crafty deep throw there. A semi-deep throw, I suppose, to the U.S. receiver. Luke Stevens dishes it off up line. Australia has slowly but methodically worked their way into a score. So they bring themselves to within one. Radicals. Coach for, assistant coach for the Wisconsin college team. And it is Brown now with the Frisbee, who finds an open Ben Dieter.
Come on, dogs! Tight!
Thomas Doy. Team USA not showing too much difficulty in advancing up this field. They do very much look like a Masters team out there. With some heady plays. And USA with another score. So 14 minutes and 30 seconds gone by in this one. Let's take a look at that last pass. USA player just able to keep his feet within the inbounds. Advancing slowly and methodically up the field in their own right. Australia. This is a gorgeous deep shot that sits perfectly on a shelf, and it's caught by Michael Cherlin. Excellent pass by Nathan Chan. And Australia hanging tough with the big boys here. So a stall. Now Andrew Brown swinging it over to Van Hoevelen. Van Hoevelen, the large presence on the field. Tom Doy, what's he got? He's got a nice little flick for the score. So Rayleigh and coming up with that one. USA with a 6-4 lead. This game has been relatively well played. We're not sensing too much high drama here in this one. Michael Cherlin. And again, some fantastic defense from USA. Now bars laying, marking up John Greenfield. Greenfield is looking, and he eventually finds the Australian receiver. Back to Cherlin. Cherlin looking for a dump, but US is all over it. Are they going to find anything? Wow. They did. Excellent grab from John Greenfield. John Greenfield with the excellent idea. But it's not exactly properly executed and goes just a tad far for his teammate. Michael Cherlin picking up the USA player. Deep shot taken. Bars laying. Just a little too far there for John Greenfield. This one will not last too long, I believe, as both teams lining up in the respective end zones. Great response to that zone defense by the Americans, making pretty easy work of that. So Australia is searching for solutions in this game as they look to take on the reigning Masters Beach champions. So underway in this 13th point of the game. Michael Cherlin giving it off to John Greenfield. Excuse me. Alistair Dunn. Oh. And Australia with the fortuitous score. Oh, no, not quite. Alan Murray just knocking at the door. And he manages to find John Greenfield streaking up line, scoring on Dan Gillick. This game could have the makings of a comeback from an Australian perspective. They just seem to be just under 28 minutes in this game. Team USA, Team Australia Masters, both displaying deep knowledge of Ultimate with their passes. Team Australia has been disciplined and been very calm in the face of this decent competition. About 35 minutes elapsed in this game.
Guys.
So Michael Cherlin with the disc as he slowly advances it up the field. And now it's Greenfield, who's been very active in this game. With the sleeveless look. I'm not sure if that's regulation there, John. John with the big pass and Cherlin with the unfortunate read, but was able to come up with it. But it will go back. It'll go back to Cherlin. Not exactly sure what happened there. It looks like Greenfield might have been called for a travel. Unfortunate, as that made for a pretty exciting play from the Australian team. Greenfield throws it to Cherlin anyways. Now Cherlin is going to give it to Nathan Chan. Greenfield once again. Alistair Dunn finding Christopher Koo with an unfortunate pass. And now this game is really starting to get away from the U.S. team. And Tyler Kinley with the pass from William Chen. William Chen, player with, you have to imagine, Luke Stevens can, and yes he will, maintain possession of this. Back to Stevens, but this time it is defended by Tom Doy, but now it is Stevens. Now it's Luke Stevens calling the foul. Tom Doy smothering defensive presence. Stevens just manages to find a receiver in Australia. Still chugging along at their own pace. At this point, we'll see the return of Van Hoevelen, Moses Rifkin, Ray Ilian, Andrew Brown. And who's that other guy? Can't see his number. Ryan Purcell. Over this game, and he seemed to have the frisbee for most of the time he's been in this game. Van Hoevelen throwing the sensational throw to Ray Ilian, and that is fantastic offense at any age level. This U.S. team just doing their job out there. Nothing crazy. So this game is still going. An 11-6 score. And so things starting to pile up here. William Chen gives it off. And it's Bars Lang, the Blackbird player, coming through with the score. Australia looking a little defeated as they walk back to their side of the field. And you can understand why. They look as though they have somewhat accepted the fate of this game, as one more point will win the game for Team USA. USA hoping to quickly end this one. USA coming out in a zone look. Somewhat surprising, as their man defense has dominated this game. And Australia looking really comfortable in the face of this zone. You would have to say the zone experiment did not go exactly as planned. Bars Lang on the mark. Up line to Alistair Dunn. And Australia not done yet, as they increase their total to 7. So now a timeout has been called. Might be nice to take a look at some slow motion images. So if USA were to score this point, the game would be over. You would have to say the percentage of the probability of that happening would be probably around 70 to 80%. Australia looking somewhat spry in their defensive presence here. Andrew Brown always going with the sure pass, and a nifty one at that, as he throws the Blady flick throw. Now Tom Doy. And now it's a deep shot. And that will do it for USA Australia Masters. USA slowly and systematically taking care of this Australian team. And while the Aussies did put up a good fight, was by no means a rout, the USA team just proved far too dominant. Thank you for watching USA Australia Masters. We'll be back at you with some more Frisbee.